Hi, good morning, and this is Shera Inspires yet again, and I'm speaking to you from Nairobi, Kenya. Today, I would like us to discuss faking amnesia in relationships. I have a question for you as we thank God for the gift of life this morning. Do you live with someone who causes a lot of pain to you and to others, but they are never affected themselves? I'll read you an email which I have from some of my fans. In the course of my work as a counselor and as a mediator, I get lots of stories, and this is where I read them from. I get lots of emails, people call me, and I have stories for you. Now, I am a salesman who travels a lot. My girlfriend is a spendthrift who wants to sit at home all day, look pretty, but does not chip into our home budget. There are so many times she has lied to me so well that I believed it was true. She has a history of failed relationships. The men were bad to her. After COVID, I lost my job and I'm running an Uber, so I'm more available now. We have already planned our wedding and she's pulling out. Reason being, she says she's not happy and that she enjoyed the absent boyfriend I was before. Other things which were already stressing me about our relationship. So I quickly told her good riddance to bad rubbish and goodbye. She keeps telling people she does not understand why our engagement broke. The second one is from a lady. We've been married 15 years. My husband married me with children, meaning this is a blended family, and he came with a son. This relationship started with toxicity. We were both drinking. Let me add alcohol, not coffee. We were drinking alcohol. He kept abusing me, that no one else would love me because I'm already old for him married me with children. He has over the years been a philanderer, from house girls to his nieces, name it, anything in a skirt. He has been an absent dad too. His son, who is now 21 years, is drug addicted, and he had the audacity to tell me that his mother and myself were the reason he took his son in when we got married. He never wanted anything to do with his ex nor the child. He conveniently forgets all this. Now, I will go straight to what is amnesia. Amnesia refers to loss of memory. So you forget information, current, and even information from the past. You also have difficulty remembering events. But in a relationship, there are people, especially the ones who are bad to you, they conveniently forget all the bad things they did to you. They conveniently forget all the insults that they rained on you. And this makes a relationship very hard to be in. There's nothing wrong with the way they treat you. They feel they are perfect. You are the wrong one, and the rest of the world is a problem and not them. Rarely will they point fingers inwards. What did I do to get to this mess? Their fingers are always, it is either you. If he leaves the gate open, it is the watchman, never him. If he was cooking something and it gets burnt, it was because the fire was too big, he was unable to control it. Never him. It's always other people. If he's unable to pay rent, he will say it's because of his mother's illness that he was not able to pay the rent. It's always about others, never him. And these are people we are really living with in our families. So you find that anytime you try and remind them about the bad things that they've done to you, it becomes a blur. You know, they can't recall very well, they can't see clearly, they can't hear clearly. It becomes a blur. So in relationships, you find that your focus point, you, the person who's being hurt, do not try and ignore these red flags. Anything this person, male or female, may have done to you, you can't just move on and click on the reset button. Like nothing that happened previously matters. It matters, and that should be your focal point. Otherwise, they will drive you the way they want, recklessly, without a care in this world. Because most of the people who behave like this, they are narcissists. And we have female narcissists and we have male narcissists. So you have to agree that you discuss the matter. Do not wait. Even the Bible tells us that we should not wait and sleep over a matter when we are angry. Discuss it. If he's apologizing or she's apologizing, the apologies should take place, not that you ignore or somebody disappears. They get angry at you or they cause mayhem and then they disappear. They go up country. They come back after 3 days and assume or imagine that everything they did to you has somehow miraculously disappeared. Like, really? So you should not be able, that's a very unhealthy relationship when you pretend that this person has not done anything to you. And the same people, it depends. The person could be the driver in the relationship. So they're the ones who force you to do things. The moment they realize that you want to leave them and you want to move on, suddenly they become so nice and they sweet talk you and you get back into the relationship. And a relationship that was breaking, you find that suddenly there is an engagement party, suddenly you've gotten married, or suddenly you've been bought a car or a gift that you cannot be able to say no. But the toxicity continues and you find that you end up becoming like a sick person in this relationship, or you find like you're living with someone who has mental illness. And if you've ever found yourself repeatedly going back to someone who is causing you harm, then this person is toxic. So many people fake amnesia. I tell you, look around you and you will see that there are many people who fake amnesia. So this leads to something we call relationship insanity, whereby you keep going like a whirlwind. You keep going round and round about the same matters. Day in, day out, week in, week out, year after year, you're discussing the same matters. You guys never move. So that is very dangerous. And the most healthy thing to do is that people fight, they move in relationships, they get past their hearts, they apologize, and that is healthy. And the relationship goes on. So this does not apply to all relationships. So you should search and look deep inside you. What kind of relationship are you in? It could be your spouse, it could sometimes be your mother-in-law, it could be your sister. This is very dangerous, where people try and fake or block out all the bad things that have been happening to them. So I wish you a healthy relationship, and let me hear your feedback on how you handle issues from your end. And as usual, clouds of blessings.